Ultimately, Cage found himself millions of dollars in debt. Many of his properties were confiscated.
So if there was a misconception, it was that I was just doing it and not caring. I was caring.
As of 2024, Nicolas Cage is worth around $25 million. It's a far cry from $150 million, but it's not like he's starving.
Welcome back to my channel at Federal Opinion. Today, we shall be discussing how Nicolas Cage lost everything he had. Remember, he's worth over $25 million with a lot of properties all over the world. So how did such a vibrant celebrity lost everything he had? This video explains it all. So don't skip this video, watch to the end and learn a great lesson. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video for others to see.
Nicolas Cage was once worth $150 million. Then he bought a dinosaur skull for $276,000. It was a unique fossil of a Tyrannosaurus bataar. Cage outbid Leonardo DiCaprio in an auction to buy it. Then it turned out the skull was stolen. Cage had to return it to Mongolia, but that might have been the least of his money problems. Cage also bought 2 private islands in the Bahamas. One 40-acre island cost him $7 million. He once owned 15 residences around the world. One was a $25 million home in Newport Beach, California. Another was a $15.7 million countryside estate in Newport, Rhode Island. Then there was an $8.5 million estate in Las Vegas. Cage even bought LaLaurie House in New Orleans. It's supposedly the most haunted house in America. Cage bought it as an inspiration for his book. He never wrote the book, selling the property 2 years later. Then he bought 2 castles in Europe. An 11th century Bavarian castle cost him $8 million. Another one in Bath, England, cost another $8 million. Cage also had 50 rare cars and 30 motorcycles. This collection included a $1 million Ferrari Enzo. In addition, Cage owned 4 yachts. One of them cost $20 million. Of course, he bought a Gulfstream jet as well. Cage also acquired a 9-foot-tall burial tomb. It's located in St. Louis Cemetery in New Orleans. Cage's tomb is inscribed with the Latin phrase, Omnia Abuno. It means everything from one. Cage even bought shrunken pygmy heads. He blew $450,000 on a historical Lamborghini. He blew another $150,000 on a pet octopus. Ultimately, Cage found himself millions of dollars in debt. Many of his properties were confiscated. However, the actor picked himself up.
I was overinvested in real estate.
He admitted in 2023.
The real estate market crashed, and I couldn't get out in time. I paid them all back, but it was about $6 million. I never filed for bankruptcy.
Cage said that it was a dark period in his life. Booking roles was the only thing that kept him afloat. It helped him pay off his debt, but he had to act in a lot of crappy direct-to-video movies.
Work was always my guardian angel. It may not have been blue chip, but it was still work. Even if the movie ultimately is crummy, they know I'm not phoning it in, that I care every time.
At one point, Cage was doing 4 movies a year. He admits that some of them were pretty bad.
Some of them were terrific, like Mandy, but some of them didn't work. But I never phoned it in. So if there was a misconception, it was that I was just doing it and not caring. I was caring.
As of 2024, Nicolas Cage is worth around $25 million. It's a far cry from $150 million, but it's not like he's starving. Cage is determined not to accept any roles he doesn't like.
I do want to get much more severe and stringent in my selection process,
he says.
But I want to look ahead. I want to see what's next,